Vogel Heating and Air, Community National Bank and Trust, Spigarelli Law Firm, Crossland Construction, University Bank, SEK Urgent Care, Jocksitch Sporting Goods, Kennar Eye Care, the Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, Lane Lord Basketball Camp, Lindbergh Pharmacy, Pet Care and Surgery Center, Pittsburg State University, and Ryan Insurance.
Now let's go live courtside for tonight's pregame show on ESPN 100.7.
Not your typical Tuesday night as it's normally high school basketball, but it is. We are in sub-state now for that scenario. Hello, everybody. My name is Avi Sharma alongside with Shelby White. Sub-state is in the air, and we are in Leavenworth, Kansas, as the Pittsburg Purple Dragons travel 2.5 hours to come all the way to Leavenworth to play, and winner moves on, loser goes home. Shelby, this is a very good matchup between the 9-11 Pittsburg Purple Dragons and the 12-8 Leavenworth High School Pioneers.
You know, I think both of these records indicate how evenly matched these teams are. Yeah, you can look at the Dragons record and see that they are under 500, but if you look at the last half of the season, especially since the calendar turned to 2018, they have been on fire and they have been playing their hearts out all games long. They've been very close, very competitive. And on their side for Leavenworth, their record shows what they are. They've played well enough to earn a home seed, and I can imagine that this is going to be a very tough, hard-fought game. Just watching warm-ups here with both schools, they're making a lot of shots, and they both seem to run a fairly high-tempo offense as well as they do a lot of passing to try and get the defense out of position. So that's what I'm going to look for. See who makes the more secure passes and who can get the defense out of position.
Well, Shelby, that's why I brought you along with me, so you can get those assumptions. That way I can keep an eye out and get my tracker sheet down. Hopefully my computer doesn't crash tonight. We're knocking on some wood for that.
Oh, man,
but
yeah.
Pittsburg is the 9 seed tonight, and Leavenworth is the 8 seed. Winner will go on to play on March 3rd at 6 o'clock. The winner will be either against Overland Park, St. Thomas Aquinas, or Kansas City Wyandotte High School. Kansas City Wyandotte is the 16th seed. They're 3-15, and Overland Park, which is St. Thomas Aquinas, is the number 1 seed, 18-2. Now this sounds familiar because on the boys' side, the Purple Dragons will play St. Thomas Aquinas, and winner goes on to be the sub-state champion. So both teams are right there. They have a chance to do something very special. And unfortunately tonight we won't be able to get Chris Krotz on the interview for our stream today. We apologize for that. So we'll kill some air and kill some time today with a couple minutes and tell you what to expect to see tonight between the two matchups.
I expect to see on the Dragon side, I expect to see Madden Petty come out and try and dominate the game. Yeah, she's only a freshman, but I expect her to come out and try to establish herself, because if she can establish herself early, she will do very well, and this Dragon team seems to do very well. However, I can assure you this Leavenworth team has done their homework, so they will know what kind of player Madden Petty is. So you can be almost guaranteed to see a lot of crashing when Petty tries to drive down the lane, as well as you can see them just try and prevent her from getting the ball at any chance by a pass or turnover.
I agree, Shelby, and the thing is that the jitters have got to be in the air for some of these freshmen and these younger girls for Coach Chris Kotz. Not only is it his first time coaching these girls in this sub-state, but this is also some of these girls' first time. You have Ella Hendrickson, Madden Petty. Some of these girls, they've never stepped up in situations like this. So yes, they've played in SEK games, they've played in regular season games, but this is a whole new ball game. This is the best of the best, the time to really step it up and play at your best potential. And Coach Krotz and company is going to need that from all of his players, not only his starters, but his bench has got to be huge tonight.
Absolutely. But here's the thing. It's 2 wins from each side, and you are a sub-state champion, and then you're going on to play even more of the best in the 5A state championship. So both sides are going to be riding high, and I think they're going to come out swinging just to see who can do as well as they are and get things going and started. Honestly, just feeling the atmosphere, you can hear the band, and it's making everybody hyped right now. I can feel it. You can see all the players, they're all kind of jumping around. I think it's a good thing to see.
Well, one of the things that I like about, traveling so far away is you get 2.5 hours to get your mind right. You got enough time to relax, get in the zone, really think about what's about to go on, what's about to happen. for these seniors, Abby Casper, Caitlin Kidd, you know, we've talked about it, how this could be their last game, but they don't want it to be. I mean, they have busted their butt for 4 years now, and you don't want their season to come to an end, especially on the road. And then, you know, for the same thing for the Pioneers, they have one senior, and that's Sierra Robinson, but the whole team's going to rally around her and make sure that, you know what, hey, you're going out on a high note. We're going to make sure that you make it to state, and we're going to be a sub-state champion for you. Absolutely.
That's what you always see with teams at this point in the season when you get into postseason play. They rally around their veterans, whether they're seniors or juniors. I mean, you can see this even at the professional level whenever you hear someone say, this is my last year, I'm going to retire at the end of this. Teams just seem to rally around that, and it gives them just some sort of oomph and a push that gets them over the hump more often than not. So it's going to be really exciting to see how tonight's game matchup plays out.
And that indeed is going to be the case. Well, we've been talking for a little too long, Shub. Let's go ahead and take a break and get those commercials paid up. So let's take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll discuss a little bit more, hopefully get some starting lineups, and then we'll take another break and get ready for some action. You're listening here on ESPN 100.7.
Backed by popular demand. The Jockstick Cell, located inside the Jake's Fireworks Building at 3002 North Broadway in Pittsburgh. Open Friday and Saturday, 10 to 8.
Now accepting new clients. At the Pet Care and Surgery Center, Dr. James Clark believes all of our pets deserve kind, humane, and loving treatment. From a simple checkup or rabies vaccination to performing major surgery. Plus, Dr. Clark has boarding, grooming, nutrition, and wellness checkups. Dr. James Clark can provide that loving member of your family with the treatment they deserve. Call 620-308-6454 to set up an appointment or simply visit petcarecenter.org. Pet Care and Surgery, making a difference.
I had no idea you did that.
That's what I said when I learned CDL does more than just electrical work. Like plumbing, heat and air, security cameras and alarms, generators, solar panels, even signs for my business. CDL really is one company that has a solution for about everything in my home and business. Learn more at cdlsolution.com.
Stop in at Bo's One Stop, everything from gas to groceries. Bo's has drink specials daily from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. In a hurry, grab a hot cup of coffee and hot breakfast or lunch from the deli and watch for daily specials. Bo's One Stop also has fishing supplies. Bo's One Stop is really just that, your one stop for all your in-the-hurry world with great friendly service. Bo's would like to congratulate the Pittsburg High Dragons on a great season and continued success in the playoffs. Before you head to the game, stop in at Bo's One Stop on 4th Street, Pittsburgh. Go Dragons!
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
And we welcome you back out to Leavenworth High School as both teams are getting ready. We have about 5 minutes before action begins. And quickly we'll discuss some, the last time out both teams were out on the court. It was last Friday for the Purple Dragons as they beat Field Kinley Golden Tornadoes 55-22. And it was a great night for Abby Casper and Madden Petty as Petty went 8 for 13 from the floor. She hit 3 of her 5 three-pointers. She had 21 points. And then Casper, the senior, was 7 for 11, and she had 15 points. So an absolute phenomenal showing by those two. But you have to credit the other girls because rebounding was a key issue there, Shelby, as Caitlin Kidd had 6 rebounds. Ella Hendrickson, the freshman off the bench, had 7. And there were multiple others between Madden herself had 5, Caden Matlock had 4. So all the girls contributing very well and a very dominant win to end on a high note for the regular season for the Purple Dragons.
Rebounds are a key stat because, one, it limits your opposition's ability to score or have chances to score, as well as it gives you chances for a second chance points and keeps the ball in your hands. So if you can dominate the boards, it sets you up in a much better chance to win the game. Now, obviously, you can't always rebound because sometimes your opposition just shoots the lights out, and you don't have a chance for those rebounds. But if you are able to, and you can dominate that rebound game, that is a good sign for how you will play in that game.
And for Leavenworth, who's had a really good season so far as well, they've had a couple nail-biters. Their last game was against South Shawnee Mission, and they picked up the victory home. It was senior night. They won 64-55. Now, Shelby, you and I have both not seen these girls play, but from what I can tell is that Coach Derek Bissett has these girls lined up, ready to go, and they got a big game ahead of them, and they're not going to look back. This is their home crowd. They have something to play for.
Exactly, a home court. I mentioned it whenever we were at the Coffeyville game. Home court is such a key momentum boost for teams because there's just something about being in front of your own fans and the boost that they can give you. It just seems to give you a psychological edge more often than not, and it can boost your spirits where even if you are having a cold shooting night or you make a couple turnovers, you know that the crowd is going to be backing you and they'll help you get back in the right mindset to win this game.
And we have not found out the starters just yet for Leavenworth. We will get on that as soon as possible. But for Pittsburg, it's going to be the traditional five. It'll be Madden Petty, Caden Matlock, Caitlin Kidd, Sophia Penamani, and Abby Casper. And that crew has really strung out a lot together. And I got to credit Sophia Penamani. The sophomore has been very, very good this year. She has grown to become a very good player. She's gotten a lot more confidence, and I can say that for a lot of these girls on this team by watching them all season long. They've gained more confidence in themselves, trusting to make a drive move or put up a shot. They're believing in their shot, and I can say that with Riley Johnson the past couple games. She's believing in her shot, putting up shots, and so that helps Madden Petty and Abby Casper take a little bit off their workload. Let these other girls contribute very well, and that helps them out because not only do their points become better, but the team chemistry is through the roof.
Absolutely. The one thing that you like seeing in games like this is the number of assists that players can notch, because that means that the ball is being passed around, making that one extra pass for the open shot in order to get a successful basket, and having that is incredible for your teams. And as you mentioned, with Riley Johnson, with Sophia Penamani, having those start to trust themselves in the shots that they are putting up makes it easier for the big three that the Lady Dragons have to just do a drive and dish, find someone who's open whenever the defense collapses on them, and just gives them a better chance at scoring all on the floor and increasing their chances of victory.
About a minute 20 till tip-off. Both teams are shooting around the perimeter, get some shots up, free throws before the game. We'll probably have the national anthem, so right after that we'll take a break and we'll get the starters for Leavenworth and we'll get ready to go. But before that, just wanted to say the past couple days, Mother Nature hasn't been on our side, Shelby, and luckily seeing a lot of Purple Dragon fans that were able to make it out tonight. You and I both made the trip up here. Bit of foggy, a little bit of rain, but everybody was good to make it up here, so that's good to see. And love to see the community come out and support their team no matter how far away they come. Exactly,
and that's one thing that I think is really nice about this Pittsburg High School athletics. Though parents of these players, they seem to make the trek no matter how far it is. And so you know that as a fan or as a player that you're going to have your family, your friends follow you there. It does make you feel a little better about yourself and what's going on. And so about 30 seconds until we are underway here in Leavenworth, Kansas, as the starters will get ready to take off the warm-ups and get ready to go. But we're going to have the national anthem, so let's take a 2-minute timeout. And when we come back, we'll have those starters, and we'll get ready for some sub-state basketball. You're listening here on ESPN 100.7.
Customer first, safety always. It's not just a tagline, it's the Watco way. By focusing on safety, each and every day they build a future by protecting their customers, team members, community, and the environment. When Watco moves commodities by rail, river, and road, at home or across North America and Australia, their priority is to ensure that they deliver their loads safely and on time. Watco wishes all area teams a safe and successful season.
Advanced technology, comprehensive quality care. That's Canar Eye Care. We have the newest technology, but we never lose sight of what's most important, our patients. Eye care has changed dramatically in recent years, and we've been there for you every step of the way. At Canar Eye Care, patients spend time with doctors. Total eye care, from contact lenses, including bifocal contacts, treatment of disease, and surgical co-management. Canar Eye Care, the clear choice.
Find them fast in names and numbers.
Are you tired of all those confusing checking account options? The Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union makes your choice simple. We only have one option. Our checking account has no monthly fees, and if you maintain a $2,000 minimum balance, we pay you interest. Get the Credit Union Advantage at 416 North Broadway or call 620-231-5719 for more information. Deposits are federally insured by NCUA up to $250,000.
Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
Let's go back live courtside.
And we welcome you back out to Leavenworth High School. A phenomenal job by the Leavenworth Band with the national anthem. And now we will get ready for the starting lineups. We'll go through Pittsburgh's once again. It's Madden Petty, Caden Matlock, Caitlin Kidd, Sophia Pinamani, and Abby Casper. And then on the other side, for the Lady Pioneers, you have Alicia Jones, Alicia Brown, Shania Hammonds, Sierra Robinson, and Mackenzie Brown. And now pretty cool scenario here, Shelby. They're going to turn off the lights, play it Chicago Bulls style, play the serious entrance, and get some good starters. This has got to feel pretty cool.
I mean, I got to tell you, for me at least, it feels really nice because it makes me think of Space Jam. The first thing it makes it think of with Michael Jordan, which more than anything else is kind of a baseball movie. So with spring training and with this, I mean, you can't help but get pumped whenever you hear this song.
And it seems that everybody else in this stadium is also, or gymnasium I should say, is getting pretty excited as well, as the atmosphere is definitely turned up a notch as it is sub-state basketball like we mentioned. As Caitlin Kidd now runs across, hits the referees for good luck, and then also shakes Coach Chris's hand for good luck. And so gotta love this for the respect and sportsmanship right off the bat. But you know, once that whistle blows, there's no holding back. You got to do whatever it takes to become sub-state champion.
Once that whistle blows, there's nothing left to distract you from what's going on. You are in the moment. You are in this game. It is your job to run through and execute everything that you've been working all season for to this moment, this game. This is where everything comes together for you if you are a player.
So the final starters will come out for both teams. It was Abby Casper and Mackenzie Brown. And now both teams are ready to go. Crowd is cheering it on. And I forgot to add fouls to my sheet there, so we need to add that. That's an important statistic to have. And now even better, we'll get Thunderstruck to start out the game, as both teams will now talk one final time before we are tipping off and getting underway here at Leavenworth High School. Reminder that the winner will go on to play March 3rd against either St. Thomas Aquinas or Kansas City Wyandotte High School, and that'll be at 6 o'clock.
There's a lot riding on this game. Outside of just the normal victory from winning this, there's a possibility you could be hosting a sub-state game if you win this, depending on how the Aquinas game turns out.
If Kansas City Wyandotte wins, the winner of this game would have the home court advantage. And now, Caitlin Kidd and Alicia Jones will tip it off. Jones, a freshman, Kidd, the senior. It's a tip-off, and we are underway here in Leavenworth, Kansas. The ball will go to the Lady Pioneers. And on the left side, it's going to be Alicia Jones. She's guarded by Madden Petty. It's going to be a man defense. Jones on the left side looking for a handoff. She gets the handoff to Sierra Robinson, the senior of this team, the lone senior of this team. She's guarded by on the other side, senior Abby Casper. On the right side is Mackenzie Brown. Now back to Jones at the top of the key. Back to Robinson on the left side. Now they're running a bit of pick and roll offense with Alicia Brown. The pick and roll was denied by Madden Petty. Petty going from court to court. She finds Caden Matlock on the other side and just slips through her hands, and the ball will go out of bounds. It's going to be Lady Pioneer basketball.
The Dragons come out running a man defense, and the Lady Pioneers were able to execute quite a few passes to force the Lady Dragons to switch, but unfortunately they were unable to capitalize on said switches.
Mackenzie Brown with that, the free throw line, looking for somebody, finally finds a teammate in Alicia Jones, and there's going to be a foul on the floor. It was on the inside. They're going to call the foul against Madden Petty, so that's the freshman's first mistake of the night. And Petty's got to be careful because she's a key factor of this team. Cannot have another foul or she'll come out early. Right side. Pioneers with the basketball. It's Sierra Robinson. Ball will go out of bounds as Sierra could not maintain it. It was a bit of a bad pass by Alicia Brown, so it's going to be Purple Dragon basketball. And Coach Krotz on the left side yelling out the play call. It's going to be a press breaker as they're going to have to cross half court. Casper with it on the left side. Tells everybody to clear out. She's got this. Now crosses half court. It's going to be a man defense on the other side for Leavenworth. Casper picks up her dribble, now gets it to Petty on the right side. Petty will drive with her right hand, and she puts up a floater up and no good. Rebounded over by Sierra Hammonds, and now Hammonds will take off with it.
Not quite as much tempo by the Lady Dragons this game as we have seen in the past. Wonder if that's a distinct decision or if it's something they're just doing organically.
On the left end, Mackenzie Brown attempted to put up a shot, and she got fouled, and that is not good because it is Madden Petty's second foul. So just like that, Riley Johnson will have to take off the warm-up, and she'll have to come in for the freshman.
And that's just something that comes with experience. Petty wants to be aggressive because she knows what she can contribute to this team, and she's just going a little too much too early, and I think part of that's just nerves.
And so Madden comes out, in comes Riley Johnson. First free throw attempt by Mackenzie Brown was good. Second is underway. Brown spins it up in the air, now puts up the shot, and it is bounced off and it's no good. Rebounded by the Lady Pioneers. It was rebounded by Alicia Jones. Now on the left side is the senior in Sierra Robinson. Misses the shot, rebounded by Abby Casper, and she's up and away. Casper gets it to Riley Johnson on the right side, and Riley almost got away with it, but she got a traveling call. It's going to be Leavenworth basketball.
Boy, that's a much bigger break for the Lady Dragons than you would think because the pass was stolen and there was no defender back. It would have been an easy layup.
On the right side, Alicia Brown. She gets it to Robinson. Now Robinson has it, looking to do something with her left hand. Couldn't find anything. Now gets it back over to Alicia Brown. Brown over to the right side, Alicia Jones. Tried to go inside to Mackenzie Brown. Good swat away defense by Caitlin Kidd. 6:08 on the clock. 1-0 is our score. Inbounding for Leavenworth is Alicia Brown. She's looking around, scanning, finally finds Robinson on the right side. Guarded, good defense by Abby Casper, and the ball was tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say it's going to stay Lady Pioneer basketball.
Good defense by Casper there. She caved up the baseline, but then she was able to recover enough to tip it out of bounds.
Robinson to Brown on the right side. Now it's Jones almost to the top of the key. Back over to Hammonds, and now inside pass for Alicia Jones. Couldn't get there somehow. Still, the Pioneers have the basketball. Robinson puts up her shot. No good. Rebounded by Mackenzie Brown. That's Brown's second. And another shot up and away, but it's rebounded by Caitlin Kidd. And the Purple Dragons now want to go to the other side. Caitlin Kidd with it. Now looks over left side to Riley Johnson. Johnson back to Casper. Casper calls out the offensive play. Sophia Pinamani on the right side. Back to Johnson. Now over to Casper. Casper puts a little jab step. Back to Johnson. Now over to Abby Casper. Casper on the left side looking to put a move on. Nothing doing. Now gets it over to Riley Johnson. Quick bounce pass over to Sophia Pinamani. Pinamani picks up her dribble. Almost double teamed. Gets away with it. Riley Johnson to Caitlin Kidd. Kidd wide open inside. Shot is up. No good. Rebounded by Alicia Jones. That's her second.
That was a good offensive set by the Dragons. They didn't score, but they moved the ball around. They found the open shot, and they took it.
Robinson, the senior, with it at the left side now. Hands it over to Shania Hammond, the freshman. Now back to Alicia Jones. Jones over to the other Alicia Brown. Brown with a good move up, and she is fouled. She will go to the free throw line for 2 shots.
That was a fantastic move by Alicia there to just split the Dragon defense, get to the lane, and put up a shot. She was fouled, didn't make the shot, but she's at the line for 2.
So the foul's on Caitlin Kidd. That'll put Alicia Brown, the junior, at the free throw line. Brown's first shot is up and in. You can hear a pen drop in this place whenever a free throw comes up. Quick substitutions for both teams. As Cassidy Odell is in for the Purple Dragons. And Alexis Cole is in for Leavenworth. Second free throw is good, so 3-0 is the score for Leavenworth. Press applied. Casper got on the right side, finds Caden Matlock, nobody guarding her. They get it across to Riley Johnson. Back to Casper. Casper calling out the plays. Goes to the right side, her dominant hand. Finds over on the left side Cassidy Odell. Odell puts a move on, gets a dribble by, gets it over to Caitlin Kidd. Now Riley Johnson has it. Back to Casper. Casper again looking to go with the right hand dominance. Puts up the shot. Tough shot. No good. Rebounded and taken by Alexis Cole. Cole getting early minutes, and now she will go coast to coast. Now passes on the inside to Alicia Jones. She can't get the shot. Somehow gets her own rebound. She misses again. Rebounded by Riley Johnson. So a lot of misses going on so far by both teams. Purple Dragons looking to slow it down now. Matlock with it over to Riley Johnson on the right side. Now Johnson looks to go with her right hand. Now back to Casper at the top of the key. Casper, nothing doing right now. Calls for a screen with Kidd. Gets the screen. Now it's a pick and roll. Nothing, not using it. Casper needs to get it out of her hands. Almost got the 5-second call. Finally finds Kidd, and Kidd is fouled. So Mackenzie Brown is going to get called with the foul. That will be her first, the team's first. PHS has 3. And Zoe Pinamani will come in for Caden Matlock. So getting Matlock some breather. And now big minutes for Zoe Pinamani.
The Lady Pioneers defense is being very stout right now. They're contesting every pass. They're not letting the Dragons dribble the ball in very well. Good defense so far.
Casper to inbound. She found Caitlin Kidd. Now to Zoe Pinamani. And now Cassidy Odell puts a couple shimmies on the left side, then gets it back to Casper. Casper looking for something in the offense. Gets a screen. Good screen by Zoe Pinamani. Pinamani wanted the pick and roll, and Casper just didn't see her. Casper still dribbling around. Finds Cassidy Odell on the left side. Cassidy says, hey, why not? Puts up a 3. Good looking shot. Couldn't fall, though. Rebounded and taken away by Alicia Brown. On the right side is Alicia Brown, or excuse me, that's Alicia Jones. Now Sierra Robinson has the basketball. Top left side over to Alicia Brown. Brown's going to put up a 3, so her shot is no good. Almost rebounded by Casper, then rebounded by Caitlin Kidd. So Kidd has it. Back to Casper. 3-0 our score, 2:50 on the clock. Coach Crotch yelling for the girls to make some moves. Casper dribbling around, needs to get rid of that ball for the 5-second count. She picks it up, gets it to Caitlin Kidd. Now Kidd puts a good move, no call there, and puts up the shot. So Caitlin Kidd, 1 for 2 from the floor. Much needed basket right there for the Purple Dragons. 3-2 our score. Alicia Jones over to the left side, wide open Sierra Robinson for 3. It's up and good.
You can't leave a senior that open. It doesn't matter if it's a 3 or a 2. A shot that far and that wide open, you just cannot leave anyone open on the floor.
And our first timeout in the game, it's going to be called by Coach Krotz and the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons. The score is 6-0 Leavenworth. 6-2 Leavenworth. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening here on ESPN 100.7.
Located in Pittsburgh, Guest Home Estates 4 provides independent and assisted living services in a warm and friendly environment. They are Medicaid approved and work hard to meet their clients' needs affordably, efficiently, and compassionately. Guest Home Estates 4 would like to congratulate both the girls and boys Pittsburgh High School basketball teams on a great season and continued success throughout the playoffs, and a special wish to the seniors. Guest Home Estates 4, call them today and get a peace of mind. 620-235-0522. Go Dragons!
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
Back at it here at Leavenworth High School. It'll be Purple Dragon basketball. Interesting thing here for the Purple Dragons. Madden Petty is back in, Shelby. She has 2 fouls, so she has to be careful here for the rest of this half.
Well, this is true, but you got to have your best players out there sometimes in order to win the game.
Well, that was a good sign there as Petty got it immediately and she was fouled. So the foul was going to be on Alicia Brown. That is her first. And substitution, Sophia Pinamani comes in for Cassidy Odell. Matlock to inbound. She gets it to Casper. Casper guarded by Sierra Robinson. Robinson giving her no room at all. She's going to have to earn it. Now Petty guarded by Robinson. The quick handoffs between the two and Casper and Petty. On the left side is Sophia Pinamani at the 3-point line. She gets it to Madden Petty. Petty looking inside for Caitlin Kidd at first. She puts a good dribble move on. And look at the beautiful passing by the Purple Dragon. Somehow Madden Petty comes up with the rebound. It's a shot by Caden Matlock. And now on the other side comes Alicia Brown. And Brown's going to go through Casper. Couldn't get it, though. Shot's going to go up out of bounds, and it's going to be Purple Dragon basketball.
You can't fault Brown there for trying to put up a shot. She was the only one there. There was only one Dragon defender. She could have, though, at the end, possibly pulled out to set up a better offense.
Petty catches it on the press break. Here goes Abby Casper, puts a good dribble, and then her shot up, no good. Rebounded by Alicia Brown. And now quickly come the Lady Pioneers on the other side. And guess who? It's the senior, Sierra Robinson. She's 2 for 2 from the floor. Petty with it now. Gets through the press break, loses the basketball on the ground with it, and a foul. And that's interesting. That's a third foul on Petty. I thought she dove for the basketball, and
that's a loose ball.
They're going to call that on her, so that's her third, and Coach Cross just wants to talk about it. And so a little bit of controversy. Again, it was Madden Petty. She lost the basketball, and I believe she ran into Alicia Brown, but the ball was loose, and so it's a little bit of a controversy call, but regardless, that's Petty's third, so she's got to sit on the bench for potentially the rest of the half.
Coach Krotz, I understand he's frustrated here, but he needs to be very careful because otherwise he could get teed up, and that would very much put the Dragons in a bad position.
Sierra Robinson with it on the right side, looks inside to Mackenzie Brown. Now back to Robinson. She's perfect from the floor, and she stays that way. So she is 3 for 3, 2 for 2 from downtown, and that is a huge momentum swing for the Lady Pioneers. Casper gets a good screen by Kidd. Now gets it over the head of Riley Johnson. The ball will go out of bounds, and it's going to be Leavenworth basketball. 40.7 on the clock. 11-2 is our score. And it will be Alicia Brown taking it up the court.
It is not an understatement to say right now Sierra Robinson is the player of the game.
Mackenzie Brown at the top of the key. Gets it over to Brown. And now it's Sierra Robinson with it. Now she gets it back to Alicia Brown. Alicia Brown to the new subbed in Alexis Cole again. And a shot, wide open shot by Mackenzie Brown. It is good. Mackenzie Brown's first basket of the night. Casper got it. Now Sophia Pinamani has it back to Riley Johnson. Johnson looks for Casper, gets it to Casper, crossing the half-court line. Casper tried looking inside, rejected by Alicia Brown. Somehow in the hands of Caitlin Kidd. Shot was up and no good, but that's the end of the first quarter. Our score 13-2. Purple Dragons trail here. 3 more quarters to go. Let's take a 30-second timeout. When we come back, we'll get back to the second quarter action. Listening here on ESPN 100.7.
Grilling seasons year-round in these parts. You can.
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union, with locations in Pittsburg, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
Back at it here at Leavenworth High School. Our score 13-2. The Lady Pioneers have the advantage in the first quarter, and so far it's been an interesting first quarter, first for the sub-state for the Purple Dragons, Shelby, as Madden Petty has 3 fouls. Big factor in that one, so she's going to have to sit out the rest of this happening. An interesting, controversial call that happened for Petty to sit out. Coach Krotz still trying to figure out what happened, but like you said, he's going to have to put that beside him. These girls got to go.
I honestly think both coaches at this point have a little bit of gripe with how the officiating has been, because there seems to be no real reason or rhyme behind how they're calling fouls, because there was one time when the Lady Dragons were on offense that Jalen Brooks was in the block and she kind of got ran into and she was knocked down, but there was no call there. So the foul and the contact, and we have another foul here. The contact is definitely interesting to see what they want to call as a foul and what they do not.
So Casper put up a shot. It was no good. It was rebounded by the Purple Dragons. There was a foul on the floor. It was on Alexis Cole. That's her first, so it's going to stay Purple Dragon basketball. That's the third team foul on Leavenworth. Casper into inbound. She's looking for somebody. Finds Caden Matlock way back there at the white volleyball line. Now to Riley Johnson. Johnson dribbling with her left hand. Gets it back to Casper. Casper at the white line. Calls the plays. Dribbling to the right side, handoff over to Riley Johnson. Now Johnson looking to do the same thing. Now she gets it to Caden Matlock to Sophia Pinamani at the top of the key. Pinamani holding it with her, going to the right hand, and she lobs it up. She actually fell somehow in the hands of Caden Matlock. Rebounded. It was a good rebound by Mackenzie Brown. Ella Hendrickson in for the first time tonight. Quickly come the Lady Pioneers. Shot was taken by Alexis Cole. That's her first, no good. And it was rebounded by the Purple Dragons. Riley Johnson on the left side, blows it over to Sophia Penamani. Now to Abby Casper on the right-hand side. Casper, she'll pick up her dribble, gets it over to Riley Johnson, chest pass, gets a screen by Ella Hendrickson, now to Sophia Penamani. Back over to Casper on the right wing. Casper picks up her dribble a little too early. Now gets it to Caden Matlock, a bit of a scramble for it, and it's going to stay Purple Dragon basketball. It was last touched by the freshman, Alicia Jones.
Dragons are trying to pass the ball around to find an open shot, but again, the Lady Pioneers just stifling defense so far here in the first half.
Casper with a great inbound pass to Ella Hendrickson. Hendrickson had a good look, but it did not fall, and it was taken away by Mackenzie Brown, her fourth rebound of the night. Sierra Robinson with the basketball. She is 3 for 3, has not missed, had 2 3-pointers and 1 inside shot. Gets it over to the right side, and Alicia Brown now back to Robinson. Robinson looks to do something against Casper, picks up her dribble. Casper all in her grill, yelling dead. Finally gets it over to Alicia Brown on the left side. Brown runs into Hendrickson. It was a clean play, and then she loses the basketball, stolen away, and here goes Casper. A 2-on-1 situation, puts up a tough shot, rebounded by the Lady Pioneers. It was Robinson who came up with it. So Casper 0 for 3 from the floor right now.
I think that was just a rush decision by Casper. She's trying to get things going, but she's forcing it a little too much.
And now we have an offensive foul against Alicia Jones. She had, I guess the referee's zone, she elbowed while making a play, so that's going to be Jones' first foul. And now a little bit of controversy on the other side for the coaches, as Coach Bissett not too happy with the referees. Now Casper with it, gets it to Ella Hendrickson at the right free throw line. Hendrickson looking for somebody, finds Riley Johnson. Johnson blows by her defender, but actually gets ripped away by Sierra Robinson. Good defensive play by Robinson. Robinson with the 2-on-1 advantage, gets the good inside pass, and she hits up Alicia Jones. So Jones makes her first basket of the night. Casper gets double teamed on the press break. Gets it over to Caden Matlock, now back to Casper. Casper at the half-court line. Still needs to cross before the 10-second call. Good defense by Alicia Brown as it was swatted away and goes out of bounds. It's going to remain Purple Dragon basketball. Cassidy Odell comes in, as well as Shania Hammonds. 5:18 on the clock. It's 15-2 Leavenworth. Sophia Penamani inbounds to Abby Casper. Casper gets it across, and new play call by Coach Chris Krotz. Cassidy Odell in the game, puts up a tough shot, and it's going to be an offensive charge. And Cassidy is such a good player, and she always leans in and goes hard at all times, and I think she paid the crime for it on that one, Shelby, as it's going to be an offensive foul.
Again, that's what these Lady Dragons do. They like to drive in, draw contact, so if they don't make the shot, they at least get fouled and sent to the line for 2.
On the right side is Alicia Brown. Brown guarded by Caden Matlock. Now back over to Sierra Robinson. Robinson goes by Casper, puts up a weird left-handed shot, and rebounded by Ella Hendrickson. But Alicia Brown thought she got her hands up in time, but she is busted with the foul. Press applied by the Lady Pioneers. Caden Matlock to inbound. She had Cassidy Odell, but she did not see the incoming Alexis Cole, as she actually missed the shot. And then it was a bit of a scrabble for the basketball. And it was a foul, actually, by Alicia Jones. So that's Jones' second. Bit of foul trouble for both teams. It's a 16th foul by Leavenworth and the 5th by Pittsburg. And a timeout by Coach Chris Krotz. He's going to take a 30. Let's take that with him. 15-2 our score, 4:43 left in the second quarter. You're listening here on ESPN 100.7.
Hi, I'm Kendall Gammon. You may know me as a Kansas City Chief, but I'm also a proud graduate of Pittsburg State University. Pittsburg State offers more than 200 degree programs, small class sizes, and tuition so affordable, it earned Pittsburg State a top 10 ranking on Washington Monthly's Collegiate Best Bang for Your Buck list. But don't take my word for it. Visit Pittsburg State and see why there's nothing like being a gorilla. Learn more at pittstate.edu/BAGorilla.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
Back at it here at Leavenworth High School, 15-2 our score. 4:43 left in the first half. It's going to be Purple Dragon basketball. After the timeout, Coach Chris Krotz talking about how to do the press break. It's a long ball by Caden Matlock, a little too short as it's in the hands of Sierra Robinson. Good defense by Cassidy Odell to come back for it. That's who Matlock was looking for. But it's Sierra Robinson and the Pioneers with the basketball. Robinson puts up a tough shot, late foul, but she gets it anyways. And let's see who they're going to call this one on. They're going to call this on Caden Matlock, so that's Matlock's first foul. And again, a little bit of a late foul, so that's why a little frustration going on, but that's a 16th foul for the Purple Dragons.
A lot of fouls on both teams at this point. However, I feel like there is reasonable grief by both coaches for some of the fouls that have been called.
Robinson misses her first. Mackenzie Brown and Caitlin Kidd come in for both respective teams. Also is as Ella Hendrickson comes out, and so does Alicia Jones. Robinson with it, dribbles 3 times, gets a spin on it. Right-hand shooter puts it up, and no good. So Robinson misses both. It was last touch by Alexis Cole, so it's going to be Purple Dragon basketball. Matlock into inbound again, looks for Casper on the left side. She gets it to her. Casper, immediate pass to Sophia Pinamani on the right side. Now Matlock in the middle, back to Casper on the left. Matlock to Pinamani, and almost got it stolen away. Gets it now over to Cassidy Odell on the right side. Odell looking to make a move, puts up a floater, up and no good. It is rebounded by the Lady Pioneers, and Shania Hammonds with her second. Sierra Robinson with the basketball, calling the shots. Gets it over to the junior and Alicia Brown. Now back to Robinson. Robinson with Abby Casper in her face. Lob pass swatted away, and a good steal by Caitlin Kidd. Back over to Casper now, and the Purple Dragons will have it with 3:45 on the clock. Pinamani, who was looking for Caitlin Kidd, heavily guarded by Mackenzie Brown. Good defense by Brown, stolen away by Leavenworth, and in comes Alexis Cole with the tough shot. She puts up the floater, no good, and Caden Matlock comes up with the rebound.
Good interior defense by both the Lady Dragons and the Lady Pioneers. In the prior 2 possessions, they tried to get it inside, but the defenders did a good job of positioning and knocking the ball away.
Casper with it at the white volleyball line, behind the 3-point line. Now gets it to Caitlin Kidd. Kidd looks inside for a shot, nothing there. Guarded by Mackenzie Brown. Now she's going to kick it out and hand off to Abby Casper. Casper was going to go with the handoff to Cassidy Odell, and she doesn't. She actually ends up picking up her dribble and puts up a 3-point shot. So Casper, again, has not made any shots from the floor. An interesting scenario for her. She's 0 for 4, but it's Leavenworth basketball. Sierra Robinson with it. Senior gets it over to the right side, and Mackenzie Brown. Brown now finds Shania Hammonds. Hammonds back to the left side. Inside was Mackenzie Brown. Brown put up a shot, and it's going to go out of bounds. So good defense by Caitlin Kidd all over Mackenzie Brown. Purple Dragon basketball, 2:36 on the clock, 15-2 our score. Leavenworth Lady Pioneers have the lead over the Pittsburg Purple Dragons.
Kidd blocked Brown's shot right back into Brown's hands. However, when Brown pivoted, her foot was on the line, hence the out of bounds and Dragon basketball.
Cassidy Odell on the left side, but she walked before she dribbled. Traveling call, and that's going to be on Cassidy, and she shows a little bit of frustration with herself. As a substitution here is Alicia Jones coming in for Alicia Brown. Both teams have 6 fouls, team fouls each, so next time there's a foul, it's going to be free throw shots. Robinson with it. Crosses half court, tells a couple players to move around. Now she gets it to Alicia Jones, the freshman. The freshman lobs it inside, and it's actually a bad pass stolen away by Cassidy Odell, and that's the energy we were talking about with Odell. Kicks it back to Abby Casper. Casper trying to find her groove with that 3, and she does. A much-needed 3 for Abby Casper as she makes her first attempt.
That's something that the Dragons needed to stop the bleeding.
Yes. Bit of a 2-3 defense ran by the Purple Dragons. Robinson doesn't care. She goes to the left side, heavily guarded by Abby Casper. Kidd had it, but then it was stripped away, and then now rebounded by the Lady Pioneers, and then Sierra Robinson ends up with it, and you don't want her with the basketball. She makes another basket, 4 for 4 on the floor.
Now the thing with that was it was set up by the fact that two Lady Dragons were together and they fought over the rebound.
Cassidy Odell tries driving in and she gets fouled. It's a blocking call against Sierra Robinson. I got to agree with that call as Robinson was not set when Odell leaned into her. So Odell puts up the shot. It's going to be a shooting foul and it's going to be 2 free throws.
About 90 seconds left here in the half. That 3 might be what is needed to kind of get a spark for the Lady Dragons, and let's see how these free throws go and maybe gaining a little bit more momentum for them.
Cleaning up the floor is one of the assistant coaches for Leavenworth. Odell now will attempt the free throw. And they're actually calling a 1-and-1. So Cassidy makes the first free throw. But interesting situation. I thought it was a shooting foul, but it turns out it was a 1-and-1 foul. So that was a 17th foul by Leavenworth. Odell with it. Second free throw is good. So the Purple Dragons, 5 points lately, and that has been a good turnaround for them. 1:30 on the clock, 17-7 our score. On the right-hand side is Shania Hammonds. Hammonds, great defense by Cassidy Odell. Odell bringing the energy and sparking this team. Ball goes out of bounds. It's still going to be Leavenworth basketball.
Odell is doing all that she can to try and get things going for her teammates. Hopefully this will bleed off and we'll see what happens later in the game.
Inbounded, and now it is Alicia Brown with the basketball. She looks inside to the other Alicia, and Alicia Jones. Now on the right side is Sierra Robinson, and Robinson's first miss of the night, rebounded by Cassidy Odell. Big minutes by Odell here in this second quarter as she got the rebound and now gets it to Abby Casper, and Casper slowing down the offense, and they're going to need to have a good offensive production here. Casper with it on the left side, puts up a shot, and Casper looked good, and it just rimmed right out as that's 1 for 6 for Abby. Rebounded, and now the Lady Pioneers on the other end. It was Alicia Brown who tried doing something. Good defense by the Purple Dragons on the inside. Brown shot not good. Then it's Alicia Jones, the freshman, thought about it. Then Sierra Robinson said, no, kick it back out. Let's run up and let's do the last shot. That's a good play by the senior. That's the knowledge that she has to say one shot only, 30 seconds on the clock. They're wasting a little bit of time. They actually might put up a shot earlier than that. They do. It's going to be Alicia Jones, the freshman. And it is going to be a foul on the floor. It's going to be on Caitlin Kidd. So that's Kidd's second. That's the team's 7th. And so it's 2 shots. So this is a shooting foul. Alicia Jones, free throw up and good. Ella Hendrickson will come in for Caitlin Kidd. So you probably won't see Kidd for the rest of the half. Only 24.2 seconds on the clock. Jones, that was her first free throw. This is her second. It's up and good. So Jones 2 for 2. Quick substitution as Hammonds comes in for Jones. So freshman swap right there. Caden Matlock to inbound. The press is applied by Leavenworth. Matlock has all to run around there. She gets it to Cassidy Odell. Odell almost loses it, but luckily gets it back. Now looks for Ella Hendrickson at the middle. Hendrickson with her head up. Ball gets tipped and goes out of bounds. Alicia Brown was the last one to touch it. That's a bit of a good thing for the Purple Dragons as the clock stops at 16.4. They'll be able to inbound it and set up an offensive play. Casper has it. Coach Krotz yells the play call. Cassidy Odell on the left side, now to Caden Matlock. Sophia Penimani on the right side. Now over to Abby Casper. Casper puts up a 3. It's a good-looking shot, but it does not fall. So Casper misses another one. 1 for 7, rebounded by the Pioneers, and there they go. As they could not get the shot off in time, Alexis Cole ended up with the basketball. But that's halftime. Our score, 19-7, as Leavenworth has the home court advantage and the lead over the Purple Dragons, as it will be a 2-minute timeout by us. We'll come back and go over some statistics, and then we will discuss about what we saw in the first half. You're listening here on ESPN 100.7.
Customer first, safety always. It's not just a tagline, it's the Watco way. By focusing on safety, each and every day they build a future by protecting their customers, team members, community, and the environment. When Watco moves commodities by rail, river, and road, at home or across North America and Australia, their priority is to ensure that they deliver their loads safely and on time. Watco wishes all area teams a safe and successful season.
I had no idea you...
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
It's a feeling you get the moment you step on campus.
It's the knowledge that you become part of something more.
We're a family of crimson and gold.
Every day we challenge ourselves to achieve more.
The reason why we're here is to make a difference.
Everybody wants to stand out.
Without standing apart.
You belong.
At Pittsburg State University.
And we welcome you back out to Leavenworth High School. Our score, Leavenworth Lady Pioneers 19, the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons 7 at the half. We'll quickly go over some statistics. For the Purple Dragons, we'll lead it off. Caitlin Kidd has 2 points. She's 1 for 3 from the floor. Abby Casper 1 for 7. She's got 3. She's only made 1 3-pointer. And then Cassidy Odell has 2 points from the free throw line. Madden Petty does not have any points because she had 3 fouls in the first half, so she didn't get to touch the court at all in the second quarter. On the other hand, for the Lady Pioneers, you had Alicia Jones, the freshman. She has 2 points from the free throw line. Alicia Brown, she's got 2 points from the free throw line as well. Alexis Cole has 1 rebound. She's not made a shot tonight yet. Sierra Robinson, the key player and the senior for this Pioneer team, is 4 for 5, 2 for 2 from downtown. She has 10 points, and Mackenzie Brown has 3. So Shelby, through the first half, what have you seen?
I have seen Sierra Robinson dominate this game. She is accounted for, she scored 10 points, but she also directly led to 2 other scoring opportunities, and assisting on one and setting up the assist on the other. She is just showing some wiliness that you can only come with being a senior and with playing. On the other side, for the Dragons, I see them being a little too rushed. They are a very young team, so it's something that can be somewhat understandable being in this situation for the very first time most likely, but they are just kind of rushing their shots. There have been several times where they've gotten rebounds and they've outletted it to their front court, but there have been 2 or 3 Lady Pioneers down there in defense, and instead of pulling it out and trying to set up their offense, they have just driven straight into the hoop, and they've tried to put up very ill-advised shots, hard challenge shots, and they just haven't had any success.
Well, for the Purple Dragons, they are very, very good at running fast break offenses, so when they get the rebound, they take off with it. That is not the case tonight, as the Lady Pioneers have done a good job of shutting them down. However, the Purple Dragons do have the offensive end. They have time to run the offense. They're actually getting able to execute. The thing is that Leavenworth is having good defense to where they literally cannot put up a good shot. They're making them poor shots that they're not really comfortable with. And when you don't have Madden Petty out there on the floor, Casper thinks that she has to really focus in and put up a lot of shots, and the other girls are just trying to rally around her, and it's just not seeming the case. But however, at the end of that first half, the Purple Dragons had a very good showing as they scored the 5 points in the second quarter. It may not sound like a lot, but it was a very good 5 points because it sparked them and fueled them as, excuse me, I was losing my voice there. Cassidy Odell was the one who really sparked them and bringing the comeback.
5 points, while again, you mentioned it doesn't sound like much, it's a huge improvement to where the only 2 they scored the entire first quarter. So it's little steps, it's little things. It's getting a couple shots to fall to where you start slowly chipping away at this deficit that you're down. And then it's getting a stop or 2 on defense to get the ball back so you can try and score again. However, I'm going to give huge props to this Lady Pioneer defense. They have been phenomenal on defense. the entire night. They have been harassing whoever has the ball, making it very hard for them to dribble, giving them very little passing lanes, either on ball or off ball. Even whenever the Dragons have tried to set up some screens on ball, off ball, they've done very well switching, fighting through them. These are just incredibly talented and focused Lady Pioneer defenders, and I honestly, outside of Robinson's 12 points that she's accounted for, 12 plus points I should say accounted for, the defense I think is what's been the most standout thing to me in this game.
And you know, Shelby, I gotta say, it sounds basic and easy, but you know, both sides are actually playing good defense. It's just that on one side for Leavenworth, the shots are falling. On the other side for PHS, the shots aren't falling. So, you know, if you're Coach Cross and company, you just got to say, hey, keep shooting. They will fall sooner or later. It's bound to happen. I mean, look at Casper. She missed, I believe, her first 5 attempts, and then she finally got that 6th one to go. But, you know, like I said, the shots just got to fall. And then, you know, having Petty come back out there, it's going to be a big influence for this Purple Dragon team. And, you know, this is not a game that's out of reach by any means. It's an 8-point game. This could be anybody's swing. And so whenever both teams come out there, run the offenses, do your thing. For Leavenworth, you want to keep Petty in foul trouble. So you want to attack her and make sure that she has to put up another foul so she would come back out, and that's going to exploit this Pittsburgh Purple Dragon team again. But, you know, on the other end for the Purple Dragons, you know what, maybe go after Robinson. Maybe get her to get some foul trouble because she's the dominant shooter for this team. Everybody else is kind of insecure with their shots, so they're kind of rallying around her. So it's kind of a tale of two stories for both teams.
Speaking of insecure shots, Riley Johnson and Sophia Penamani, they've kind of fallen off because coming into this game, they were fantastic shooting, and if they even thought they had an ability, they were taking the shot. But I feel like this game, they think that their role is just to be distributors. No, you're not. You are a fantastic basketball player. You've shown that. Be willing to take those shots because who knows, maybe you make that shot and that opens up the rest of your team to where the floodgates just open. They need to be told that the rest of the team believes in them, and if they take a shot when they have the shot, don't be afraid and don't be ashamed of that because they have helped this team more than enough times throughout this second half surge that they have had.
So again, in the Sub-State 1 region here, winner of this game will go on to play on March 3rd, and the winner will play St. Thomas Aquinas or Kansas City Wyandotte. I've been looking around, could not find any scores of that game, but the #1 team in St. Thomas Aquinas playing Kansas City Wyandotte. Again, the winner of that game will play the winner of this game, and it will be on March 3rd at 6 o'clock. And like I said, it's a win-or-go-home situation for both teams, and so far for the Lady Pioneers, it's looking good. Let's take a minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll get ready for the third quarter action. You're listening here on ESPN 100.7.
It's a feeling you get the moment you step on campus.
It's the knowledge that you become part of something more.
We're a family of Crimson and Gold.
Every day we challenge ourselves to achieve more.
The reason why we're here is to make a difference.
Everybody wants to stand out.
Without standing apart.
You belong.
At Pittsburg State University.
What do you want from your bank?
Access to my account information on my phone.
Security, convenience, and friendly staff.
When I call, I want to speak with a real person.
I want it all. Low fees, low loan rates, and high deposit rates.
What if there was a place like this in your community? There is. Kansas Teachers Community Credit Union with locations in Pittsburg, Fort Scott, Independence, and Coffeyville, serving area residents since 1949.
Saturday 10-8.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
And we welcome back out to Leavenworth High School. Our score 19-7. Getting ready for the third quarter to begin. Avi Sharma here alongside with Shelby White and Zach Conway back all the way in Pittsburg, Kansas, running our board up, doing a great job tonight. And like we said, Shelby, it's definitely anyone's game for either team, and we're looking forward and excited for a third and fourth quarter action. 16 minutes left for one of these teams.
I see a lot of high-energy play from both sides coming out in this second half. We're just going to see who is going to let it happen and fall in their favor.
It's going to be Lady Pioneer basketball with it. On the very left side is Sierra Robinson. She's wide open. She puts up a three, misses it, rebounded by Madden Petty. And so Petty making her presence known quickly here in the second half. It's Robinson's first missed 3 of the night. She's now 4 for 6. Casper with it on the right side, picks up her dribble, and a foul on the floor. It's by Mackenzie Brown. So Brown will be committed with her first, I believe. No, second, excuse me. And now Caden Matlock to inbound it on the right-hand side. She will get it to Casper. Casper goes behind the half-court line. Now she will cross it. Guarded again by Sierra Robinson. Robinson's been a pest to her all night long. Casper tried bouncing it off of her to get it out of bounds. Robinson ends up with the basketball, looks inside, and a layup that does not fall for Alexis Cole, but she is fouled on the floor, and Cole will go to the free throw line. That foul will be against Sophia Penamani.
Good defense by Robinson there to set up this chance, just absolutely harassing the ball, and then was able to secure it and made the smart outlet pass in the paint.
Penamani's first foul, as Alexis Cole goes to the free throw line, and Cole cannot hit from either the floor or the free throw line right now. Bit of a struggle for the junior. She misses her first. Dribbles around a couple times, now gets a good spin. Now she puts it up and then gets her first free throw of the night. Pressure applied still. Long ball pass to Caitlin Kidd by Caden Matlock. Now Petty with it. Looks inside to Sophia Penamani. Turnover, and it was stolen away by Alexis Cole. On the right side was Alicia Jones. She couldn't hang on to it, so it's going to be Purple Dragon basketball, and Pittsburgh kind of dodged the bullet there.
Absolutely. They were struggling to get back in position there, but thankfully the ball went out of bounds.
Sophia Penamani to inbound. She's going to get pressured. Now she'll get it to Casper. Casper clears out everybody else. She's going to run. Looked over to Coach Krotz for the offensive play, and now they're going to run it. Casper dribbles with the right hand now with the handoff to Sophia Penamani. Penamani picks up her dribble, now handoff to Madden Petty. Petty's going to lob it up to Caitlin Kidd. Good look. And then an even better look from Caitlin Kidd to Caden Matlock. So Matlock gets her first made basket of the night, and the offense is flowing for the Purple Dragons here early in the third quarter. On the right-hand side is Sierra Robinson. Robinson gets it to Alexis Cole. Cole looks to the inside of Mackenzie Brown. Can't do it. And a momentum swing here as the ball goes out of bounds. The Purple Dragons are feeling it, and so is the crowd behind them.
Good ball movement by the Dragons in their last offensive possession. Makes you feel confident if you are a fan knowing that they can do this. They just need to take their time and execute.
6:40 on the clock. Madden Petty got it. It's a tip ball as Casper's got to get across the line. She does not do so. It's a 10-second call. And so now it's going to be Leavenworth basketball. Alicia Jones to inbound. She will get it to Alicia Brown. Brown with it on the right side, looking for somebody on the inside. It's Alicia Jones she was looking for. She finds Sierra Robinson. Robinson thought about the three, didn't take it. Mackenzie Brown on the inside, the foul and one. And even worse news for the Purple Dragons. That's on Madden Petty. That's her fourth. That's a tough situation for Petty. Petty put her hands up. She thought she was in the clear, but I guess that's not the case.
You know, if you're Coach Krotz here, this is your season in the balance. Do you let her play with 4 at this point and risk fouling out early, or do you try and save her for a possible comeback later in the game?
Well, that's the first option that they're going to take is Petty's still in there. She actually makes a turnover, taken away by the Lady Pioneers. On the inside is a layup, tough layup actually, by Alicia Brown. No good. Rebounded by Caitlin Kidd. Kidd with it. That's her second. They'll quickly get across now. Madden Petty, her first shot up in the second half. Up no good. Three-pointer taken by Petty. Here come the Lady Pioneers as Robinson has it. She will look for the handoff. Now she's looking inside to Mackenzie Brown. Brown wants the float pass, not going to get it. Alexis Cole now at the top of the key. Back to Robinson. Robinson dribbling with her left hand, puts up the left-handed floater on the ground. No call. Rebounded by Caitlin Kidd. And now Casper with it. Volleyball line. Looks at Coach Krotz. Gets the offensive play call. Here they go. Handoff over to Madden Petty. Petty will dribble with the good bounce pass to Sophia Penamani. Penamani guarded by Robinson. Handoff to Abby Casper. Casper thought about the three for a second there. Now she picks up her dribble. And it's a traveling call on Casper.
I think Casper tried to do a jump stop, and then whenever she stopped, her foot just kind of slipped a little bit.
Alicia Brown with the basketball. She will dribble it up and now gets it over to Alicia Jones. Now over to the left side is Alexis Cole. Cole with it to Robinson. Robinson's going to jack up the three, and it's no good. An offensive foul on Alexis Cole. So Sierra Robinson not hot like she was in the first half, as she is now 0 for 3 here in the second half. As now Madden Petty will come out, Cassidy Odell comes in. Again, Petty has 4 fouls, 23-9 our score, 5 minutes left here in the third quarter. Leavenworth has the lead. Caitlin Kidd with it. She's pressured a little bit. Then she gets it to Abby Casper. Casper gets fouled, and that's by Sierra Robinson.
You know, I would say that these officials are just playing very tight with the contact, but there have been some instances on drives where there have been players on the floor, yet no whistle was called. So I am kind of in the both coaches' circle at this point. What is the way I want my girls to play?
Casper handoff to Pinamani, now handoff to Cassidy Odell. Wide open is Caitlin Kidd over on the right side. It was a good shot. It just rimmed out. Again, the Purple Dragons, the luck is just not there so far. Rebounded by the Lady Pioneers. A good drive on the inside was Alicia Jones, but she is swatted by Caitlin Kidd. So Kidd having some good minutes here in the second half. Cassidy Odell puts up a tough shot. Not sure what she was doing, as I don't know if she lost her dribble or whatever the case was. Abby Casper gets a steal. She puts it up and the foul. So a big moment for the Purple Dragons.
This could be a huge momentum swing. Cut the deficit in half here with this made free throw.
Foul was on Shania Hammonds. That's her first. So a big momentum swing. Abby Casper to the free throw line. Sets herself, puts up a good shot. And again, like I said, it's just been rimming out for the Purple Dragons today. Tough luck so far. Robinson with it. Gets across 2 players. And there's a yelling timeout by Coach Bissett, as he was screaming for a timeout. He needs to talk to his girls, and he's not happy. And so 30-second timeout. Let's take it with them. 23-11 our score, 4:02 on the clock. You're listening here on ESPN 100.7.
Does your current checking account pay you up to $15 per month? With Common Sense Checking at University Bank, you can earn up to $15 per statement cycle, 10 cents for each swipe after the first 15 swipes. Qualifying is so easy. Simply have one direct deposit or auto payment plus 15 debit card purchases each statement cycle and a $100 opening deposit. Stop by the bank for more information about our Common Sense Checking. Then swipe and save. It's convenience that pays at University Bank. Branch GMB. Member FDIC.
Let's go back live courtside.
Well, I tell you what, Shelby, third quarter underway here, and I would not want it to be. I'm glad we're sitting over here and not over at the Lady Pioneer bench, because Coach Bissett was not happy, and he let his girls know about it.
He was very upset with how their pace of play has changed in the first 4 minutes here of the second half compared to how they played in the entirety of the first half.
Robinson with it on the right-hand side. She picked up her dribble and she walked with it, so it's going to be Purple Dragon basketball, and that doesn't help the case for the Lady Pioneers. Caden Matlock to inbound. Pressure applied by Leavenworth. Casper with it. Tells everybody to clear out again. She will be guarded by Robinson. Casper on the right side, dribbling with her right hand, gets it to Cassidy Odell. Odell looking for a screen, gets it by Caitlin Kidd. Over to the left hand to Sophia Pinamani, gets it to Casper. Casper didn't use the screen by Caden Matlock, and that's just a little too much in the air, as that was over the head of Sophia Pinamani.
Not a terrible decision in trying to make the cross-court pass, but unfortunately just a little high. Ball could have slipped out of her hand, because at this point in the game, your hands are kind of sweaty, makes it hard to control the ball.
Alexis Cole will come in for Sierra Robinson. So the senior will sit on the bench and rely on her other teammates, as Alicia Brown has it on the right-hand side. She will get it to the other Alicia, and Alicia Jones, the freshman, at the top of the key. And on the inside was Mackenzie Brown, and she is having a tough time putting up some shots, as she is guarded heavily, as that one was swatted away, and it's going to be Purple Dragon basketball. Now quickly is that transition we were talking about with the Purple Dragons. Inside, Cassidy Odell finds Sophia Pinamani. Pinamani got it stripped away from her by Alicia Brown. Brown looks up the court to Alexis Cole. Cole on the left-hand side, the fast break was stopped by Abby Casper, and now the Lady Pioneers will set it up and run an offense. Cole with it on the right side, looks again on the inside to Mackenzie Brown. And I'm telling you, Mackenzie Brown is having a tough time as Caitlin Kidd again swats it away and gets another rebound. That's her 5th. And the shot was up by Castillo Dell, and it was out of bounds. And it's going to be Purple Dragon basketball, and Riley Johnson will come in. Actually, it was a foul on the floor, excuse me. The foul was going to be on Alicia Brown. That's her 2nd. And quickly comes Sierra Robinson.
You know, that's the 2nd loose ball foul, one on each team this game, called by officials. I don't agree with fouls like that. Let them play and let the ball and possession be established before you make any sort of a call.
5th team foul by the Lady Pioneers, only 2 by the Purple Dragons in the 3rd quarter. 2:40 on the clock. Riley Johnson with it on the right side, gets it inside to Caitlin Kidd. Kidd puts up the shot, and I tell you what, Caitlin Kidd is really becoming the ball player for the Purple Dragons here in the 2nd half. 23-13 to score. Sierra Robinson with it. She gets it to Shania Hammonds. Now Hammonds back to the left side is Alexis Cole, over to the freshman in Alicia Jones. Jones scans around looking for it, now tries to put some move on Riley Johnson, picks up her dribble, over to Sierra Robinson. On the inside is Alexis Cole. Robinson puts up the shot after 2 dribbles, and it just rolls out, and it's rebounded by Caitlin Kidd. And again, Caitlin Kidd, that's her 6th rebound of the night, and the woes continue for Robinson. Casper with it on the inside of the paint. Kidd, is she feeling it? You betcha. Caitlin Kidd, 3 for 6 right now. Really helping out her team. 23-15, 1:50 on the clock here in the 3rd quarter. Robinson taking her time up the court to slow things down and try to get the momentum back in the favor of the Lady Pioneers. Alicia Jones with it, hand back off to Robinson. Now Robinson changing up the play call. One hand on the basketball, the other hand up in the air, changing it up. Mackenzie Brown on the right side. Brown having a tough time putting some shots up as she's been guarded heavily. On the left side is Sierra Robinson. Now to Shania Hammonds. Back to Robinson. Robinson with the right hand over to Alexis Cole. Cole inside pass to Robinson, and they couldn't get anything doing. Mackenzie Brown ended up with it. Alexis Cole goes up, puts up the shot, and it's good. So Cole makes her first basket of the night.
And it was a very tough shot that she made, too. She had to drive through the heart of the Dragon defense and put up a nice shot off the backboard.
Sophia Pinamani doing a good job breaking the press, and now the Purple Dragons have it on their end of the court. Riley Johnson on the right side wants a screen by Caitlin Kidd. She gets it, then she gives it back to Caitlin Kidd. Kidd, being the dominant factor, puts up that's a tough shot, and it doesn't fall for her. Rebounded and taken away was the freshman in Shania Hammonds. That was Hammonds' 3rd rebound. Now Robinson with it on the right side, back to Hammonds. Hammonds to the middle of the court is Alexis Cole. Now on the right side, Robinson, they go inside again. And I tell you what, that is just not working as another good defensive stand. Mackenzie Brown can't touch the basketball on the inside.
Caitlin Kidd just has phenomenal positioning in the lane, making interior passes like that almost impossible.
Well, it's not a size matter because they're both about the same height. It's Caitlin Kidd's length is what she's doing to swat it out, as that's the reason why. And we have a official coming over to discuss something here. We have, it might be a substitution here that we're not sure of. It might be a technical foul because there is a number 35 on the court that there's no roster number for her on the sheet. So interesting to see as Coach Bissett over here talking about what the scenario is. It's going to be a technical foul because of the numbering. So free throw coming up for the Purple Dragons.
That is huge for the Dragons there. They've already got some momentum from how this quarter has gone, and then just to add on to this could be huge going into the 4th.
Casper's free throw is good. She made the first one, now she will attempt the second one. Casper's second falls through, so Casper helping the cause out. She's 2 for 3, and here's the even crazier thing, Shelby. It's gonna be Purple Dragon basketball as well after the technical. Zoe Pinamani, she came in during the break, or during the little mishap, if you will, came in. And on the right side is Riley Johnson. Johnson will get it to the left side of Sophia Pinamani. Pinamani looks for Casper on the inside. Guess who? It's Caitlin Kidd. Kidd puts up the shot. It just rolls out. A good rebound by Pinamani, who got it to Caitlin Kidd. Casper puts up the shot. She can't get it. Diving bodies for the basketball. End up being a Alicia Jones shot up in the air. It's no good. So that's how the third quarter is going to end. The second quarter ended with an 8-point deficit. That's how it's going to end in the third. 25-17 is our score. 1 quarter remaining. Hang on tight. 30-second timeout. Then we'll get to that fourth quarter. You're listening here on ESPN 100.7.
Headquartered in Richmond, Kansas, QSI Quality Structures Incorporated specializes in designing and building complete post-frame buildings. We provide structures built to withstand a 30-pound ground snow load and a 90-mile-per-hour wind shear built to the most stringent codes. Whether you need a garage, agricultural building, commercial facility, or custom-built design, we're your one-stop shop for post-frame buildings. QSI. Everything we do is right on cue.
Don't forget to check your propane levels, and if you're low, it's time to head to Kirkland Welding Supply. Most 20-pound grill tank exchanges contain only 17 to 18 pounds of propane, but at Kirkland's, when you get your grill tank filled, Kirkland's will fill it to 20 pounds. Why pay for propane you aren't getting? Kirkland Welding Supply, 3rd and Joplin in Pittsburg, and at 1301 East Wall in Fort Scott, open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 9 to noon Saturday.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
Hang on tight because this fourth quarter is going to be a good one. Winner goes on, a loser goes home. Purple Dragon basketball, Ella Hendrickson with it. She turns it over, and it's Alexis Cole on the other side. Right hand, put up shot by Alicia Brown, the junior. It's good, and there's a foul on the floor. The foul will be on Riley Johnson. That's Johnson's first. Go ahead, Shelby.
Not much you can do there. Just tip your hat to the Lady Pioneers, and you got to give credit to Johnson there. She tried to contest the shot as best she could.
Free throw is good, and Caden Matlock will come in for the Purple Dragons. She'll come in for Zoe Pinamani. So Alicia Brown 3 for 3 now from the free throw line. Abby Casper with it on the right-hand side. She will cross half court, put up her left-hand thumb in the air to call the offensive plays. Casper on the right side, guarded by Sierra Robinson, who was going to go with the handoff to Riley Johnson. Then she gets it to Johnson, a timeout by Coach Chris Krotz, and Caitlin Kidd comes in, and it's a it's a full timeout. We'll actually keep it here, as we've had a craziness so far, Shelby. It's definitely not over as Madden Petty comes in as well. If you're both coaches, what are you telling your girls as there's 7:28 left potentially for one of these teams?
If I'm Coach Krotz, I'm telling keep passing the ball on offense. We have shown that when we make the passes and we make enough of the smart passes, we can break down this Lady Pioneer defense. If I'm Coach Bissett, I'm telling my girls, look, we won this game in the first half by pressing and by putting the pressure on the entire time. Let's get back to that. Let's keep the pressure on and keep ourselves ahead and going. We do that, we can probably walk out of here because we are ahead, so we don't really have to force a whole lot of things. Just play our game.
And, you know, they've won the first 3 quarters, like you mentioned, but, hey, that doesn't mean anything. It's the fourth quarter now. They're up 11. They have a good chance to move on and win this thing, but you know PHS, they never give up. They have a lot of energy on that other side, and they're going to need some big moments here from Madden Petty, who has 4 fouls, so 1 more and she is done, but the rest of the girls are going to pick it up as well. Petty to inbound. She will get it to Casper. Casper now has it on the right side. She will get it to Caden Matlock. Matlock with the ball over her head, picks up 1 dribble. Now she will get it to Abby Casper with the bounce pass. Casper puts her thumb down with the right hand to call out the play, gets it to the right side of Sophia Pinamani. Pinamani gets a screen by Caitlin Kidd, and Kidd slid over and tried doing the screen, but it's going to be an offensive foul on Kidd. That's Kidd's 3rd foul, and that's the 6th team foul for Leavenworth and the 4th team foul for PHS. On the right-hand side, Alicia Brown gets it to Alicia Jones, now to Mackenzie Brown, and then back to Alicia Brown. Inside is the freshman, and Alicia Jones, she puts up the tough shot, no good. Rebounded by Madden Petty. Petty doubled immediately, and then Abby Casper now will get it and slow things down. Inside, Caden Matlock puts up the shot. It just rimmed out as Matlock is 1 for 3 from the field. Right side, Sierra Robinson dribbling with her right hand in front of her pep club and the cheerleaders. Robinson picks up her dribble, guarded by Caitlin Kidd. Kidd steals it away. Abby Casper with it. She's going to go across the court to Caden Matlock. Matlock hangs on to it. Back to Casper. Casper thought about it, drug that foot, got lucky, almost traveled there. And then now Casper with it, and they're going to run the offense. Madden Petty gets it on the handoff. Now back to Sophia Pinamonti. They're running a bit of a motion offense. Now Casper to the right side. Petty was going to shoot it, but then she lost the basketball, picks it back up. Now Caden Matlock with it. Matlock's going to go from downtown. It's not going to fall. It was a good-looking shot, but it just didn't fall. Right-hand side, or left-hand side is Alicia Brown. Brown dribbles it, and then she does a smart thing of kicking it back out and running an offense and taking some time off this clock. And then Alicia Jones with it now to Alicia Brown. And on the inside, Mackenzie Brown tried getting it, but it's a foul on Caitlin Kidd. It's going to be a push on her, as that's her 4th now. So foul trouble indeed for the Purple Dragons. Kidd has 4, and Madden Petty has 4 as well.
One saving grace for the Lady Dragons is they only have 5 team fouls, so they can still give 2 more as long as they aren't Kidd and Petty.
Brown tried inbounding it to the Alicia Jones. The ball goes out of bounds off of Jones, as it's going to be Purple Dragon basketball. Another break there for Pittsburgh. 5:38 on the clock. Caitlin Kidd has the basketball at the half-court line. Had to get across, and now Abby Casper does so. 28-17 our score. Casper on the right-hand side. Handoff to Sophia Pinamonti. Pinamonti the handoff to Petty now. She'll get it to the inside. Caitlin Kidd. Kidd with the good hesitation fake, and then she goes up and in. So Caitlin Kidd, 4 for 9. The senior putting in big minutes here in the 4th quarter. Sierra Robinson slowing things down to Alicia Jones. Jones just scanning around looking for a wide open player. She finds Alicia Brown. Brown goes inside for the first time. Mackenzie Brown all half is wide open, and she gets a shot and up and in. And Madden Petty on the right side, and she's shoved, and there's the foul against Petty.
You know, going to that interior pass to Brown, that is where Caitlin Kidd's 4 fouls really hurts the Dragons, because Kidd now has to play a little bit passive inside the lane in order to make sure she doesn't foul out.
Alicia Jones gets called with the foul. Sierra Robinson, the senior, will come out. That's Jones' 2nd. It's going to be a 1-and-1 for Madden Petty. Petty has not scored tonight. Her first free throw is up and in. 30-20 our score, 4:50 on the clock in the 4th quarter. Petty dribbles 3-4 times, gets the left foot up and kicks it in. So Madden Petty 2 for 2 from the charity stripe. Much needed free throws by the freshman. Pressure applied by PHS. Alexis Cole has it now to the right side. They go back inside to Mackenzie Brown. Brown now they kick it to Alicia Jones. Jones puts up the 3, hesitated for a long time, then gets it. And it's a foul on the floor, a bit of a scrabble for the basketball. They're going to call this on Caden Matlock. So that's Matlock's 2nd foul. And that's the 6th team foul. And in for the first time is Aquisha Riddle, the junior. Inbounding is Alicia Brown. Brown looks for Riddle. She doesn't find her. Then she goes all the way to the back as Alexis Cole. Cole puts a spin and has the basketball. Now over to Alicia Brown. Hammonds with it on the inside. They're looking for Mackenzie Brown, but they're having a tough time doing so. Right-hand side is Alexis Cole. Cole picks up a dribble after 1 bounce, and then to the left side is the freshman, in Hammonds. Hammonds to the right side is Alicia Brown. Inside pass for Cole to Mackenzie Brown. Brown puts up the shot, and it falls. And I think that's on Madden Petty, and I think she's done for the night. And that's the case, Shelby. Madden Petty has fouled out.
You know, it's tough that she fouled out, but you know what? She's played hard this entire game, and there's not much she can do at that point. She was trying to get some help defense, and it just got there a little late.
Brown attempts the free throw. It does not fall. Rebounded by Sophia Pinamani. And you got to go if you're PHS now. Cassidy Odell on the right side, looking for something, nothing there. She gets it to Casper. Casper guarded by Riddle, and Casper lobs it on the inside to Caitlin Kidd. Kidd somehow, it gets in to fall. Kidd now 5 for 10. Quisha Riddle on it on the left side. She gets it to half court to Shania Hammonds, and Hammonds tries to go inside. It's going to be a foul on the floor. It's going to be on Abby Casper, and that's actually a good thing for PHS, as that's Casper's first foul of the night. That's the 8th team foul by PHS. 3:39 on the clock, 32-23 is the score. The Lady Pioneers have the lead. At the free throw line is Hammonds. It's a 1-and-1. Hammonds' first shot is up, and the bank is open on that one. As Hammonds, this is her first time at the free throw line. She hasn't put up a shot all night, so the first point for Hammonds. Hammond dribbles 3 times, sets, puts up the high arcing free throw. It does not go. Rebounded by Caitlin Kidd. Kidd with a strong rebound of effort there. And a foul on the floor. I was not able to see it. I think that one's going to be called against Alicia Brown. Yep, that's the case. As her and duked it out, or as her and Casper duked it out. Brown, that's her 4th. So Abby Casper, the right person for the Purple Dragons to go to the free throw line. She's been an excellent free throw shooter this season and in the past. Casper's 2 for 3 tonight. Gets set, takes her time, puts up the shot, and it's good. 1 by 1, the Purple Dragons trying to cut this lead down, 33-24, 3:35 on the clock. Casper, 2 dribbles, gets set. Good spin on the ball, and it's good. So much needed free throws by Abby Casper to cut the lead to 8. Riddle with it on the right side. She gets it to Alicia Brown, and Brown will try to go to the inside to Mackenzie Brown. Good defense by Caitlin Kidd. So again, Mackenzie Brown can't get the job done on the inside. It was rebounded by Caden Matlock, I believe. Casper calls not to play at the top of the volleyball line. Goes with the handoff to Cassidy Odell. Odell puts a left-hand dribble, now the right-hand dribble. She's going to put up a shot, and it does not fall. Odell's woes continue. 0 for 4 now is Cassidy. On the right-hand side is Jones. She tries to get it into Mackenzie Brown, and Brown is it's a foul on Sophia Pinamani, as Pinamani tried reaching in and getting the basketball. Brown with the sigh of relief, as she was basically yelling, finally. So now Mackenzie Brown, who's 2 for 4 from the free throw line, will attempt her 5th shot. And it is good.
At this point in the game, it's something that with teams like the Pioneers and the Dragons, it's tough, as they both play very aggressive on the defensive side with the help. So any foul at this point is automatically shooting free throws, which can either help or hurt you depending on what side of the ledger you're on.
Mackenzie Brown makes both. Caden Matlock makes a bit of a mistake as she tried going cross court to Cassidy Odell. She couldn't do so, and Sierra Robinson takes advantage of that. She makes the basket, and a quick timeout by Coach Bissett. He's going to take a full timeout, so let's take a 30-second timeout with them. 37-25 our score, 2:49 left in the clock. We're listening here on ESPN 100.7.
Does your current check...
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Stream this online at ESPN1007.com.
2:49 left in the 4th quarter here in Leavenworth, Kansas. The Purple Dragons trail 37-25. An important timeout by Coach Bissett to talk to his girls and say, hey, we got the lead. We need to finish this thing out. But for the Purple Dragons, it's not over. 12 is definitely a lead that can get cut very quickly. Last time Leavenworth made a basket, they did not apply pressure. This time on the inbound, it's Purple Dragon basketball. They will bring the pressure. Caden Matlock to inbound. She will get it to Abby Casper. And a little bit of pressure applied, nothing really too much doing. Casper is going to get it, so they're going to cross. So interesting here now. Sierra Robinson has been guarding Casper all night long. Now it's going to be Alicia Brown, as it looks like it's a bit of a zone defense by the Pioneers. Casper with it. She gets it to Caden. Caden Matlock now back to Casper. Sophia Pinamani on the right side. She gets the good screen by Caitlin Kidd. Pinamani takes it all the way, and that's a good shot by Pinamani with the floater. That's her first attempt, so it's good. 10-point ball game, 2:15 on the clock. Riddle with the basketball. She throws a lob pass to Sierra Robinson to get crossed half court. Robinson looking to go all the way, puts up the shot, and that's an unusual thing as the ball gets stuck. It's going to be a jump ball, so it'll be possession to the Lady Pioneers. 5 for 10 is Robinson. And quick substitution as Alicia Jones will come back in. She's going to come in for McQuisha Riddle. The inbound is Robinson. Robinson will get it to Alicia Brown, and now back to Alicia Jones, to Alexis Cole, and the ball movement is smooth right now for the Lady Pioneers. On the right-hand side is Alicia Brown. She tries going to the inside, and it's swatted away again by the Purple Dragons. They are denying that inside, which is very, very good for them. On the inbound is Alicia Brown. Brown to Sierra Robinson. Robinson with Casper in her face. Kicks it out. Now she's going to run, try to put some shimmies on. And now Alexis Cole with it on the left side. Oh, got lucky with Sophia Pinamani. Almost thought she got a foul. Robinson with it, dribbles with the right hand, throws a lob pass on the inside to Alicia Brown. Now kicks it back out to Alexis Cole, and it looks like the Pioneers are just running some clock. And they're going to do so, but Abby Casper is going to get the foul. And so she's going to put Robinson at the free throw line. Robinson is 0 for 2, so it might be the right person to put at the line, but that's your senior for the Lady Pioneers.
At this point, however, though, you're looking at with every foul you give, it's automatically 2 shots.
So it's the 10th foul by the Purple Dragon, so it's going to be 2 free throws on for Robinson. And now Coach Kratz talking to the referee here, trying to plead his case, and while that's going on, they were cleaning up the floor. So now Robinson has had a pretty good night. She's got 11. Puts up the free throw, and it airballs. So Robinson's free throw woes continue now. She is 0 for 3, and she looks over to Coach Bissett, and she basically has that expression of, I don't know how that happened.
Free throws can be some of the worst shots that you can make if you're on a cold streak, because they can just get in your head, because there's really no one blocking you for pressure, but that no pressure in and of itself is a lot of pressure.
Robinson made the second one. 38-27 is the score. Purple Dragons have got to go if they want to stay in this ball game and win it out. Cassie Odell on the right-hand side tried throwing it to Sophia Pinamani. The ball goes out of bounds as it was denied by Alicia Brown. 1:21 on the clock. 38-27 is the score. Abby Casper to inbound. Over on her side, behind the basketball goal on the left side. She's going to lob it up to Caitlin Kidd. Kidd guarded by Mackenzie Brown. She's going to dribble a couple times. Looks to drive against Mackenzie Brown. She does so. Kidd puts up the shot. It does not fall. Rebounded by Alicia Jones. That's Jones' 3rd rebound of the night, and Kidd goes 5 for 11 from the floor.
Again, the stifling defense of the Lady Pioneers just making itself known. And when you have that sort of a defense, even when your lead is what it is at this point, it's a pretty easy, it's just a very easy to run out the clock because your defense can be your offense.
So Alexis Cole gets fouled, and she will go to the free throw line. She makes it a bit of a scoreboard mishap, as it said 21-27, and then they fixed it, so now it's 39-27 is the score. They're going to call that foul on Caden Matlock, by the way, and Kidd gets the rebound as Alexis Cole is 2 for 3 from the free throw line. Got to go is Casper. She gets it to Caden Matlock. Now to Sophia Pinamani. Pinamani looks for Cassidy Odell on the right-hand side. Odell looks first. Now she's going to dribble a couple times with the right hand. Picks up her dribble, and it's a turnover, and it's going to go Alicia Jones' basketball. And now Sierra Robinson with it. 40 seconds on the clock. Purple Dragons not fouling here as Alicia Brown has the basketball. They're going to apply the pressure as Casper's going to guard Robinson. 25 seconds on the clock. 39-27 is the score. On the left-hand side is Alicia Brown. Brown with the basketball. She dribbles a couple times, now gets it to Robinson. Robinson, the senior, with the basketball, with her dribbling around, guarded by Abby Casper. Now it's over to Alicia Brown, and Brown's just going to hang on to this thing, and that's going to do it here in Leavenworth, Kansas. The Lady Pioneers will move on as they win this one 39-27. They will go on to play on March 3rd against either St. Thomas Aquinas or Kansas City Wyandotte. And as for the Purple Dragons, their season will come to an end with the 9-12 record. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we're going to talk over some statistics, what we saw, and potentially get Coach Chris Krotz on the microphone. You're listening here on ESPN 100.7.
Bittner Motors is proud to announce that it is now Pittsburgh's new dealer for the Hustler line of zero-turn lawnmowers. Hustler has manufactured its trademark yellow mower for over 50 years, with each mower being built right here in the U.S. Hustler combines the innovative American spirit with a do-it-right work ethic to produce the best line of zero-turn mowers on the market. Call Mike Bittner at 620-232-1530 or stop by today at 1018 North Broadway in Pittsburgh to check out the Hustler line of zero-turn mowers. Hustler Mowers, made in America at Bittner Motors, Pittsburgh.
What's the buzz around Community National Bank and Trust? They're talking mobile banking, instant issue debit cards, rewards checking and credit cards, and let's not forget e-power checking, paying better than CD-like rates on a checking account, plus nationwide ATM fee refunds. Get in on the buzz. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
If you are injured in an accident or on the job, it is vitally important that you hire the right attorney. Before choosing an attorney, you should make sure they have the resources to fight large corporations or insurance companies. Your attorney should have extensive trial court experience and a track record of success. The Spigarelli Law Firm, with offices in Pittsburgh and Coffeyville, has the experience, resources, and reputation to provide the quality representation your claim deserves. Fred Spigarelli has received the top rating from his peers with the Martindale-Hubbell Independent Rating System. His firm has the resources to hire the experts and physicians needed to properly present your claim. The Spigarelli Law Firm has successfully tried cases for over 40 years and taken numerous cases all the way to the Supreme Court. Call the Spigarelli Law Firm today at 877-409-7931 or visit their website at spigarelli-law.com. You can also find them fast in names and numbers. Be sure to get reliable information when you choose an attorney to represent you.
Let's go back live courtside.
And we welcome you back out to Leavenworth High School. Our final score, 39-27. The Lady Pioneers have defeated the Purple Dragons, and a good showing from both teams as Leavenworth will move on to play the winner of St. Thomas Aquinas or Kansas City Wyandotte on March 3rd at 6 o'clock. And if St. Thomas Aquinas wins, they will have the home court advantage. But if Kansas City Wyandotte pulls off the upset, and they will have to come to Leavenworth to play. But the final score, 39-27. Let's quickly go over the statistics here in the game. Is Madden Petty had 5 fouls. She had 2 points, both from the free throw line. Caden Matlock had 2 rebounds and 2 points. Caitlin Kidd had a phenomenal senior outing, if you will, as she had 10 points and 8 rebounds, 5 for 11 from the floor. Sophia Penamani had 2 points and 2 rebounds. Abby Casper had 9 points and 3 rebounds, and Cassidy Odell had 2 points and 1 rebound for the Purple Dragons to give them 27. For the Lady Pioneers, Alicia Jones had 4 points and 3 rebounds. Alexis Cole had 4 points and 2 rebounds. Alicia Brown had 5 points and 2 rebounds. Shania Hammonds had 1 point and 3 rebounds. Sierra Robinson, the senior, the lone senior for the team, had 13 points and a couple rebounds. And then Mackenzie Brown on the inside had 12 points and 5 rebounds. And so Shelby, for this Pioneer Club, they're gonna move on, but they can't celebrate too much as they got to get ready for the next game and potentially be sub-state champions.
Absolutely, you've got to
you've got to be able to put like a 24-hour window on it. Be thankful that you won this game, celebrate it, and relish it. But you've got to know that your work isn't done. No one's work is done winning one game in the postseason. You want to go and finish it out. And to be honest, I think they have an excellent chance of doing it if they can keep up the defense that we saw tonight. The defense that we saw tonight was incredible by the Lady Pioneers. They were just all over the Dragons at any point all the time, and there was just nothing that could be done by the Dragons. It seemed to get a whole lot of offense, enough to where they could get back within a reasonable scoring chance. They would score once or twice or get a couple free throws to fall, but then this defense by the Lady Pioneers would just step up and just stick with their person and make it very, very hard for the Dragons to keep that momentum going.
So like I said at the beginning of the broadcast, it was one team, you win and you move on. The other team loses and goes home. And for that case, it is the Purple Dragons as they lose tonight. And they finish the season at 9-12. But you got to tip their hats to them, Shelby, because Coach Krotz did a good job with these girls. At the beginning of the year, it was a bit of a struggle. The chemistry wasn't there just yet. Then they figured it out. They got on a hot streak. They won 4 or 5 straight. And then they played some good teams like Labette County and Tristan Gegg. And they fell short to them, but they had learning curves, and they've got really, really better. And this team could be something special next year. But unfortunately, they're not going to have a couple leaders on their team. As Abby Casper and Caitlin Kidd, this was the final time they will step out on the court as Purple Dragons. They had a phenomenal career.
Absolutely did. And Caitlin Kidd, now it didn't end exactly how she wanted to. You never want to end your career on a loss, but she absolutely balled out tonight. She stepped up in the second half when the Dragons needed someone to step up. She was doing all she could, getting rebounds, playing excellent interior defense, making shots, just playing all she could. But in the end, she did everything. And so, to me, she can walk out of here leaving her head held high, knowing she left it all out there for her last game.
And, not the outcome the Purple Dragons wanted, but you got to keep your head held high as these girls played great all season long, get some really good teams. The SEK conference is definitely one of the toughest conferences out there in Kansas, and it just beats you up. I mean, these girls had a long, lengthy season, and, for them to still be standing and keep playing today was just a remarkable feat at that. But, again, 39-27 our score. We're waiting to see if Coach Chris Cross will come over here and talk to us about that. But the Purple Dragons, they'll have to move on to next season, or actually they'll have to cheer on the boys team, as the boys will play St. Thomas Aquinas. And if the boys win, they're going to be sub-state champions, and they'll play for state in Kansas. And I believe it's in Hutchinson, if I'm correct. But, again, for the Purple Dragons, you got to tip your hat. And for Coach Derek Bissett of the Lady Pioneers, they did a really good job, and they have a great senior in Sierra Robinson to carry them.
Robinson was fantastic tonight. If you want to say the defense by the Lady Pioneers was the #1 factor in their win, Robinson was the #2. She contributed to about half of the points that the Lady Pioneers scored tonight, as well as was just played phenomenally. She was very heady. She made all the right calls when sometimes her younger teammates were going to rush and make an ill-advised drive or ill-advised pass. She was able to yell and get her teammates' attention in order to get them to stop, take a breath, slow down, and set up their offense, which 9 times out of 10 it resulted in a good shot, if maybe not a made shot, a very good set on the offensive side.
1 or 2 things could have definitely changed the game tremendously for the Purple Dragons. When a couple foul calls didn't go the right way for the Purple Dragons, the momentum definitely had a halt for them, as Madden Petty had a couple fouls early. She had to come out. But you could say the same exact thing on the other end for Leavenworth. Maybe if there was a foul on the inside when Mackenzie Brown tried getting the basketball, it would have changed the game for them, as they would have added more points to this thing. You just never really know how it would have turned out, but the way it did, it turned out with Leavenworth with the win, 39-27. Again, they will go on to play either St. Thomas Aquinas or Kansas City Wyandotte. And again, we are waiting for Coach Chris Cross. We might not catch him here at the end here. We will see. But let's take a 2-minute timeout. When we come back, we'll try to wrap things up, and we'll see if we can get Coach Cross on the air. You're listening here on ESPN 100.7.
Hi, this is Dr. Brent Cousins with SEK Urgent Care. When you're sick, when you're injured, or when you just don't feel like yourself, SCK Urgent Care is here for you. Let our skilled providers treat your non-life-threatening illness or injury at a fraction of the time and cost of an ER visit. Located at the corner of Centennial and Broadway in the Meadowbrook Commons. Open 7 days a week for your convenience. SCK Urgent Care, where your family and time matter. Find us fast in names and numbers.
The true test of a great insurance agency comes when you suffer a loss. It's easy to take your premiums, but Ray Ryan of Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh knows that handling your claim is the most important service an insured needs.
Claim is our chance to let the customer know that we'll be out there, not just that we sold them a policy, we'll also be there when a claim occurs to make sure it gets handled in an honest, respectable way.
Ryan Insurance of Pittsburgh, a trusted choice agency. Find them fast in names and numbers.
Customer first, safety always. It's not just a tagline, it's the Watco way. By focusing on safety, each and every day they build a future by protecting their customers, team members, community, and the environment. When Watco moves commodities by rail, river, and road, at home or across North America and Australia, their priority is to ensure that they deliver their loads safely and on time. Watco wishes all area teams a safe and successful season.
At Lindbergh Pharmacy, we care about your health. From a qualified and caring staff to services like our Time My Meds and MedPack programs, Lindbergh Pharmacy provides personalized service you can count on. Refill prescriptions online at lindberghpharmacy.com or on your smartphone with our free Lindbergh Pharmacy mobile app. You can also sign up for our text alert program and we'll text or email you when your prescription is ready. Can't make it to us? We'll deliver your medications right to your door. Lindbergh Pharmacy, now 2 locations to serve you.
High school basketball on ESPN 100.7.
Welcome back to Leavenworth, Kansas. I'm Shelby White. My Avi Sharma, my partner in crime, has stepped aside for a second to see if we can maybe talk to Coach Krotz and get him to come over here. And if you were listening, you heard the Lady Dragons ended their season on a bit of a down note, a 39-27 loss to the Leavenworth, Lady Pioneers. But to me, these girls have nothing to hang their head about. They played hard the entirety of the game, and as Avi mentioned before we went to break, there were just 1 or 2 things that had they gone a different way, maybe the outcome would have been different. And here he is now, Avi, and he is joined by head coach Chris Krotz.
Avi Sharma here along with the head coach of the girls basketball team, Chris Krotz. Coach, it was a great season all around for these girls, and you know, fell short a little bit tonight, but what do you got to say about your girls, how they played all season long?
I just thought our, traveling 2.5, 3 hours, and I was just really proud of our effort to come out and, play as hard as we did for 4 quarters. I just thought that our effort, especially on the defensive end, was just excellent, and that's why we were in the game.
And Coach, you said the girls played their hearts out tonight. Caitlin Kidd and Abby Casper, especially the 2 seniors, they left a good mark on this team and the high school, and indeed, as those 2 seniors were very important to this team. What's it like to have them on the court, and what was it like to talk to them one final time as a player?
Well, it was kind of sad because it's hard to let them go, and they just meant so much to this team, especially the intangibles, their work ethic, their ability to come into practice every day. No matter what the circumstances were, every day they came into practice, they worked hard. They were so consistent in that, and it was just so important for our young girls to see that and see how they handled themselves in practice and in games. And that's the main reason why our younger girls grew up and we gelled the way we did and improved over the year.
And you talk about that improvement, Coach. 2017-2018 was just a long basketball season for these girls. We talked about the SCK conference, how it just beats you up.
Mm-hmm.
And I said I was lucky that these girls were even out here today, as they weren't dead of energy. But, they've come a long way. What's it like to have these girls really grow up and play very, very well from how they started and how you can look forward to next season?
Well, it's just good to see, for any team and any player to see that the fruits of their work ethic, to see it pay off. It's so important, and for them to second half of the year here have some more wins and have some more success in the SEK. And it was all just a testament to their work ethic and their willingness to more than anything get in there and play tough defense and do some of the dirty work that sometimes teams don't want to do. And they just blossomed because they wanted it and they worked hard and they improved.
Well, Coach, I want to thank you for your time tonight. It was a great season all along, and I want to thank you guys for everything you've done, and we'll catch you next year.
Well, thank you, and I appreciate all you guys and you covering us. That's really awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Coach. Take care. That was Coach Chris Cross for the girls team as they fell again tonight, 39-27. Shelby, any final thoughts before we close it down for the 2018 season for the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons?
I think that this program has a great foundation going forward. If you look at Madden Petty, who just as a freshman has done so much this year for the team. If you look at Riley Johnson, the Pinamani sisters, how much they have improved just from last year to this year. They're going to do very, very well. It's going to be tough losing Caitlin Kidd because she was an interior presence that I don't think can be replicated. However, you've got Caitlin Matlock who's going to be coming in, stepping in that position, as well as just others. Ella Hendrickson, she's a freshman who, with another year of practice and training under her belt, just focusing on the finer points of being a post player, this team can be an absolute buzzsaw next year through the SEK, which, as you mentioned, is a meat grinder. Every team beats up on every other team, but this specific Dragon team, I think, is in a phenomenal position to go forward into next year and the years beyond.
Well, one final time, our final score here, 39-27, Leavenworth at the home court advantage, and they get the win, and they will move on and potentially be sub-state champions, but they have a huge roadblock in front of them as it could potentially be St. Thomas Aquinas or the Kansas City Wyandotte. And so the Purple Dragon season come to an end, but you got to end it on a high note. They did everything that they could. They had a great season all year long, but unfortunately it came to an end tonight. But Caitlin Kidd and Abby Casper, congratulations on the great 4 years that they have had at this program. And then for the rest of the girls, strap up and get ready for next season, as it could be a fun one for them. But we'll have to catch that next year. But tune in for the boys, as they will still have a chance for sub-state as they play St. Thomas Aquinas, and I can pull that up real quickly to let you know when they play. They will play Friday, March 2nd at 7 o'clock at Pittsburgh, because Pittsburgh is the 1 seed, so you can catch that there here on ESPN 100.7. I want to thank everybody for tuning in tonight. I'm Avi Sharma. That was Shelby White. I want to thank Zach Conway for doing a phenomenal job back in Pittsburgh, Kansas, and we want to tell everybody to be safe and have a safe trip home. Thank you, and good night, everybody.
What does it take to have a truly positive reputation? At Vogel Heating and Cooling, we know reputation is earned by consistent performance, by serving our customers' best interest,
the character, the work ethic, all that stuff off the field.